Glitch in my heartbeat, break the design. Shadows in the code, twist in the mind. Nothing in the void ever stays benign. Truth cut deeper than a crooked line. Black static drip from a hollow thought. Memories corrupt every time the saw. Pulse turn sharp when the lines get caught. Life feel coded in a loop I never bought. Cold hum, climb to my fractured chest. Shapes in the dark never let me rest. Meaning collapse when the mind compressed. Silence hit harder than the fear addressed. Binary ghosts crawl under my skin. Logic is stored where the doubts begin. I try to wake up from the state I'm in, but the noise keep pulling, dragging me thin. Glitch in my heartbeat, break the design. Shadows in the code, twist in the mind. Nothing in the void ever stays benign. Truth cut deeper than a crooked line. Glitch in my heartbeat, break the design. Shadows in the code, twist in the mind. Nothing in the void ever stays benign. Truth cut deeper than a crooked line. Wise in my veins, I'm a dead refrain. Old gods hide in the digital domain. I see the marks in the mental stain. Every new thought feel preordained. Static cascade through a broken mind. Each nightmare loop perfectly aligned. I try to escape with the darkest sign, but the core of myself stays undefined. Truth slips slow like a dying spark. I breathe in dread from a formless dark. Nothing inside of it leave a mark, cause my soul drift out. Cold sub-art. Glitch in my heart, break design. Shadows in the code, twist in the mind. Nothing in the void ever stays benign. Truth cut deeper than a crooked line. I walk too steady for your fear to hide. Calm in my tone, but I cut your pride. One small glance, put you off your stride. You talk big now, but you won't outside. Heartbreak leak through the frozen air. I don't show rage, I just stand and stare. You speak on strength, but you unaware. Real men quiet when the room need care. Long coat sweep like a warning sign. You push too quick, now you cross that line. Your words too cheap, they don't age like mine. I don't chase fame, I refine my spine. Silence grow thick when I shift my weight. I move too slow, but if it inflate. You try that bold, but it come too late. I break your plans with a single trait. I walk too steady for your fear to hide. Calm in my tone, but I cut your pride. One small glance push you off your stride. You talk big now, but you won't outside. Night don't move when I take my stance. Pressure in the air, make your crew full chance. You reach too loud when I advance. I don't need threats, just a single glance. Old scars hum when the tension rise. Show me the truth behind disguise. You talk too slick, but just been realized. I watch you break through your own reprise. Street don't trust what you fabricate. Every fake tough guy self-inflate. I don't do noise, I don't debate. I show up once and recalibrate. I walk too steady for your fear to hide. Calm in my tone, but I cut your pride. One small glance, put you off your stride. You talk big now, but you won't outside. All fear in a single line. Your whole mask crack, can't pretend you fine. Then voice fade when it touches mine. I speak dead truth, cut through your spine.
Wood rage, hum quiet in a sealed cage. Your cheap bluff snap under real rage. Calm stare, burn slow like a backstage. One raw phrase, rewrite your whole page. Dark pulse, cling tight like an iron clamp. Your bow tone shrink with my word stamp. Fear bloom quick like a wildfire camp. I drop one sound in time, move damp. Rust breath, live it with a sharp taste. Your fake pride fall at a fast pace rate. No loud act last when the truth dictate. I hold cold power, you evaporate.
Cold tongue, car fear
threats drop flat, nothing at the core. My low tone hit deep like a locked door. One blunt word don't stand anymore. Great venom seeps slow through a tight grin. Your backbone bend when the bars sink in. Rage too loud, never built to win. I bring quiet heat, burn from within. Iron calm pressed down like a dead weight. Your cheap claim die at the hands of fate. Raw truth land sharp, never hesitate. I stay unshaken, you disintegrate.
Cold tongue coffee in a single line. Your whole mask crack, can't pretend you fine. Thin voice fade when it touches mine. I speak dead truth, cut through your spine. Faint lines shimmer where my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but the ash outweigh. Glitches in the dark rearrange my sway. I lose myself in a coded display.
Faint lines shimmer where my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but the ash outweigh. Glitches in the dark rearrange my sway. I lose myself in a coded display.
Cold trace circle in a hollow vein. Fragments rewrite in the quiet pain. Patterns collapse when the frames constrain. I see old truths that the void maintains. Static worn visions flicker out of phase. Memory distorted in unfamiliar ways. Logic corrode when the insight rays. I drift through shadows of forgotten days.
Hex code hum in a fractured core. Me and unravel at a threaded score. Silence reveal what I can't restore. Dark matter glow then ask for more.
Faint lines shimmer where my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but the ash I obey. Glitches in the dark rearrange my sway. I lose myself in a coded display. Gray pulse a shift in a narrow trance. Fear displaced in a spectral dance. Soul goes thrive when the doubts advance. Everything tilt at a slanted stance.
Become caught through a silent mind. Truth detached from the former sign. Fragments converge and slip behind. I chase a version I never defined.
Dead light bend in a ritual tone. Voice speaks soft in a monochrome. Thoughts fall quiet, skin to bone. Hide the dark like it's carved in stone. Faint lines shimmer where my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but the ash I obey. Glitches in the dark rearrange my sway. I lose myself in a coded display.
Jacket as I roam. Heavy thoughts dragging on my back like a stone. Empty streets whisper every time I walk alone. If the night gon' take my peace, it can carve it from my bone. Cold wind cutting through my jacket as I roam. Heavy thoughts dragging on my back like a stone. Empty streets whisper every time I walk alone. If the night gon' take my peace, it can carve it from my bone. Black shoes from the rain on the cracked ground. Heart numb beats echo with a dead sound. Eyes low, every shadow look like background. But I hear every step like a thread when I turn around. Pain stay tucked in the seams of my long coat. City full of faces but they fade when the fog float. Trust ain't real, it dissolve under strong smoke. World got teeth, I survive off a calm note. Late night tension in the wind when it blow past. Thoughts run deep like a river with a cold cast. Life swing heavy but I stand where the storms blast. Never lost pace in a world trying to hold fast. Cold cutting through my jacket as I roam. Heavy thoughts dragging on my back like a stone. Empty streets whisper every time I walk alone. If the night gon' take my peace, it can carve it from my bone. Dark hood my face from the street lights. Mind on edge, every echo where the feet bites. World feel wrong, every truth got a cheap price. But I stay sharp, every move, keep my fears tight. Hands cold, but the fire in my chest warm. Life bold, but I weather every tense storm. Walk slow, but I'm built like a steel form. Never fold, even when the whole stress swarm. Concrete paths been my home since the dawn breaks. Trust broke, learn to move with my own stakes. If the dark gets me with the weight that my soul takes, I stay calm, let the world make its own shape. Hear the breeze start low, feel the night move slow. If the fear try grow, I stay cold, I stay froze. Cold wind cutting through my jacket as I roam. Heavy thoughts dragging on my back like a stone. Empty streets whisper every time I walk alone. If the night gon' take my peace, it can carve it from my bones. At the back of my mind, shadows in the day to keep its secrets confined. Fragments of myself I can't realign. Everything I lost wasn't hard to find. Cold glitch cut through a thinning will. Thoughts turn sharp when the world stays still. Silence in my skull, feel ready to kill. Truth tastes bitter, but I take my fill. Flesh turn pale in a static glow. Names in my head that I used to know. Wires in my blood start to overflow. Voices in a hum chant down below. Faint light bend with the dark and true. Then the computations break and elude. Every new fear but the deeper mood. I talk to the void, it don't conclude. Cold whisper at the back of my mind. Shadows in the day to keeping secrets confined. Fragments of myself I can't realign. Everything I lost wasn't hard to find. Low hum knocking the edge of my soul. Dreams degrade under loss of control. Memory ride like a corrupted road. Darkness extract with the light stole. Hex symbols form inside my chest. Thoughts detach when the circuits test. Peace dissolve, never manifest. Patterns grow wild in the mind's unrest. Deep void hum with a spectral tone. Truth unravel when I stand alone. Nothing inside of a set in stone. I fade in cycles I do not own. Faint cold whisper at the back of my mind. Shadows in the day to keep the secrets confined. Fragments of myself I can't realign. Everything I lost wasn't hard to find. Ghosts like static shape the edge of my breath. Lines break open where I mimic death. Truth turns silent in the code beneath. I lose my name to the void I bequeath. Yeah. Thin pulse twist in a narrow bend. Thoughts run loops I can't defend. Memory crack where the flames descend. I chase the truth that refuse to end. Gray noise coil in a splitting chest. Fragments of fear never let me rest. Meaning to dissolve when the doubts infest. Silence speak louder than what's expressed. Dead cold stitched through a fragile mind. Echoes distort everything in line. Shadow like logic, circle and bind. I face the dark with a calm resigned. Ghosts like static shape the edge of my breath. Lines break open where I mimic death. Truth turns silent in the cold beneath. I lose my name to the void I bequeath. Cold glyph rise in a hollow
low tone. Fear reshape what I can't dethrone. Life all flat and I'm monochrome. I break apart, you remain alone. Dust like memories flicker and blur. Passive shift in a quiet stir. Veins hum low as the signals purr. Nothing inside ever feels secure. Wires unwind in a ritual sway. In the maskers carved through the grain. Truth collapse when the thoughts betrayed. I breathe the dark, let it overlay.
Ghostemane, know it's hell.
Ghost like static shake the edge of my breath. Lines break open where mimic death. Truth turns silent in the cold beneath. I lose my name to the void I bequeath.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cold stare, dark tone, pressure in the room. Small words, big weight, feel the quiet boom. Fake threats, weak hearts, all of them assume. One line, drop, whole crowd meet doom. Cold stare, dark tone, pressure in the room. Small words, big weight, feel the quiet boom. Fake threats, weak hearts, all of them assume. One line, drop, whole crowd meet doom. Black haze sit heavy in my deep mind. You're tough talk, then can't hold any real grind. True cut sharp when the beat hit a line. I speak calm, let the fear get defined. Still nerves locked tight like a cage frame. Heat rise quick when you play the wrong flame. I stay cold, never chase any loud claim. Your whole squad fold when they hear my name. Grim thoughts press down like a stone weight. Every lie that you push got a cheap fate. You want dick your heart in the wrong state. I stay cryptic, let your fear translate. Cold stare, dark tone, pressure in the room. Small words, big weight, feel the quiet boom. Fake threats, weak hearts, all of them assume. One line, drop, whole crowd meet doom.
Sharp grin, low voice, you can read the intent. Every rumor you spread never made an event. Whole vibe twist quick when my message gets sent. Yo, backbone snap, wasn't built for the descent. Hate buzz low like a wire in a dead wall. Fear crawl fast when the silence start to fall. You push loud noise, but it end with a stall. I speak one truth, then it shatter your call.
Black flame burn slow in my inner core. Your pride weak, never stood through a real war. Pressurized hot, but I never hit the floor. I stay quiet, but the quiet hit more. Cold stare, dark tone, pressure in the room. Small words, big weight, feel the quiet boom. Fake threats, weak hearts, all of them assume. One line, drop, whole crowd meet doom.
Let the system rot. Mind in a loop, but I feel no shock. I run cold like a dead padlock. Break my frame and I rebuild stock. Pulse go static when the lights go black. Thoughts turn sharp like a wire cut crack. I don't need sleep when the dread attack. I've been living in a place where the walls talk back. But I like it taste when the stress unfolds. Every bad habit that I bury grows old. You don't know me, you just know what you're told. I shed my skin when I overload. Hear that hiss when my lungs turn dry. Fear don't stick cause the panic won't fly. You want truth, I'd rather deny. I burn my past just to amplify. Let the system rot. Mind in a loop, but I feel no shock. I run cold like like a dead padlock. Break my frame and I rebuild stock.
Circuit in my chest on a countdown mode. Brain glitch out when the pressure reload. Try to keep calm but the thoughts corrode. I bleed out noise like a corrupted note. Shadows creep in with a sharp incline. On my own ghost walk a straight line. You don't want truth, you want a design. But I spit out rules you can't define.
Wires get tight when the fear kick through. I don't chase life, I just break what's due. Erase my mind, I return brand new. I'm a self-made glitch that the world outgrew.
Defer my past just to amplify.
Let the system rot. Mind in a loop, but I feel no shock. Heart run cold like a dead padlock. Break my frame and I rebuild stock.
Cold don't break, pride in a single breath. Your whole blood fade when I speak on death. Small rush, crush bones with a quiet head. Hit first, nothing else left.
Hard grin settle deep in the crack skull. Your weak grades cheap, never once full. Truth comes sharp, atmosphere dull. I drop one line, make it soul and know that hum make a low in the back of my mind. Your bow claim thin, nothing to find. Heat rise quick when the thoughts align. My calm hit deep, leave your breath confined. Grey wrath goes slow like a blunt blade twist. Your tough talk drown in the toxic mist. No loud threat ever coexist. I spit raw words, then you cease to exist. Oh,
Cold don't break, pride in a single breath. Your whole blood fade when I speak on death. Small words, curse bones with a quiet head. Fear hit first, nothing else left. Cold don't break, pride in a single breath. Your whole blood fade when I speak on death. Small words, curse bones with a quiet head. Fear hit first, nothing else left.
black haze, right stick in a silent brain. Your whole stance weak, can't contain strain. Rough, true, heavy like acid brain. One sharp phrase, wipe your whole domain. Still calm, rest deep with a venom pulse. Your fake threat, thin belly holds impulse. Every lie crumble when my tongue combos. Fear grip tight, no chance to repulse. Low growl to your pride like a crack seam. Your squad fall fast, nothing like a team. My words cut real, yours just daydream. I stay cold blood, king of the unseen.
Cold don't break, pride in a single breath. Your whole blood fade when I speak on death. Small words, crush bones with a quiet head. Fear hit first, nothing else left. Nothing else left. Nothing else left. Step back, I'm creeping in the night, no sound. Cowbell hit, make the whole block pound. Eyes low, mask on when I move through town. If you talk big, you get laid to the ground. Slow walk, big stance, cold drip on me. Dark thoughts in my head, set fire to the beat. Shadow in the corner, always watching my feet. If you step too close, you get dropped on the street. Bass hit hard like a fist to the jaw. Cowbell knock like I'm breaking through the wall. I don't say much, I just stand real tall. If you try your luck, you gon' learn how to fall. Quick hands, fast moves, no talk when I slide. Heat in my coat and the glare in my eyes. You bark loud, but you won't bite twice. I stay cold-blooded, never roll no dice. Step back, I'm creeping in the night, no sound. Cowbell hit, make the whole block pound. Eyes low, mask on when I move through town. If you talk big, you get laid to the ground. You get laid to the ground. You get laid to the ground. Fast lane living on the way for the week.
I move silent, let the pressure go deep. Black hood, red eyes, feel the death stare. Every step I take, make the whole block glare. You look lost, I can tell you ain't prepared. When the bass hit twice, you gon' vanish in the air. Cowbell knock like a demon on the door. You don't wanna see what I keep in the drawer. I stay on point, always ready for more. Nighttime beats, hear the echo on the floor.
Oh, step back, I'm creeping in the night, no sound. Cowbell hit, make the whole block down. Eyes low, mask on when I move through town. If you talk big, you get laid to the ground. Oh.
I've been crawling through my mind like a parasite. All black soul, can't tell day from the night. Silver in my veins when the fear ignite. I don't need a scream, my silence bite. Fade into the static where my thoughts get torn. Brain split open like a sucker reborn. Life feel hollow like a godless form. Cold veins humming in a quiet storm. Wires in my chest where the blood should run. Dark code trigger when the pain begun. Eyes go blank when the pulse up run. Still can't tell if I'm dead or what. Mind glitch out when the baseline shake. See my own face when the mirrors break. World turn ghost when the fear awake. I breathe slow poison like a cursed intake.
I've been crawling, I've been crawling through my mind like a parasite. All black soul can't tell day from the night. Silver in my veins when the fear ignite.
I don't need a scream, my silence bite. Last thoughts crack in a cycle loop. Voices in my head form a cult-like group. Dead calm mind with a venomous swoop. Tension in my bones like a berry troop. False gods speak in a rusted tongue. Cold words sting like a lung undone. I reject light but embrace the wrong. Shadow in my heart always beats strong. No big rage, just a quiet burn. Lessons from the void that I never unlearn. World so small when the tides return. I stand seen, let the whole earth churn. I've been crawling through my mind like a parasite. All black soul can't tell day from the night. Silver in my veins when the fear ignite. I don't need a scream, my silence bite.
Black shoes soaked from the rain on the cracked ground. Hard numb beats echo with a dead sound. Eyes low, every shadow look like background. But I hear every step like a threat when I turn around. Pain stay tucked in the seams of my long coat. City full of faces but they fade when the fog float. Trust ain't real, it dissolve under strong smoke. World got teeth, I survive off a calm note. Late night tension in the wind when it blow past. Thoughts run deep like a river with a cold cast. Life swing heavy but I stand where the storms blast. Never lost pace in a world trying to hold fast. Cold wind cutting through my jacket as I roam home. Heavy thoughts dragging on my back like a stone. Empty streets whisper every time I walk alone. If the night gon' take my peace, it can carve it from my bone zone. Dark hood up, keep my face from the street lights. Mind on edge, every echo of the feet bites. World feel wrong, every truth got a cheap price. But I stay sharp, every move, keep my fears tight. Hands cold, but the fire in my chest warm.
Life bold, but I weather every tense storm. Walk slow, but I'm built like a steel farm. Never fold, even when the whole stress swarm. Concrete past been my home since the dawn breaks. Trust broke, learn to move with my own stakes. If the dark tests me with the weight that my soul takes, I stay calm, let the world make its own shakes. Hear the breeze talk low, feel the night move slow. If the fear try grow, I stay cold, I stay froze. Cold wind cutting through my jacket as I roam. Heavy thoughts dragging on my back like a stone. Empty streets whisper every time I walk alone. If the night gon' take my peace, it can carve it from my bones. Oh,
Slow steps, not be watching how I move. Every echo from behind sound like someone in pursuit. Heavy thoughts in my hood, they the only ones I trust. If the darkness want me closer, I don't run, I let it pull. Slow steps, not be watching how I move. Every echo from behind sound like someone in pursuit. Heavy thoughts in my hood, they the only ones I trust. If the darkness want me closer, I don't run, I let it pull. Long road, cracked stone, sneakers soaked from old rain. Eyes red from the weight that been living in my brain. City feels silent, but the silence scream pain. Every breath hits sharp like a cut from a chain. Street lights flicker like they scared of what walk near. Shadows stretch long every time I sense fear, but I keep my pace slow, make the dark come clear. Seen too much to pretend that the world's sincere. Hands cold, but the mind keep heat tight. Thoughts bold, never bow to the street fright. Not so, but I walk them with a still sight. Hold close, every scar from my past fight. Yeah, slow steps, not be watching how I move. Every echo from behind sound like someone in pursuit. Heavy thoughts in my hood, they're the only ones I trust. If the darkness want me closer, I don't run, I let it pull. Cold breath leaking the fog when I exhale. Heartbeat rough like you're trying not to derail. Life got claws, if I slip it impale. But I stand tall even when my whole ship fell. Trees drown sound when the rain fall. Every corner hide truths that the brave star. But the world push back, I don't break, I don't crawl. I've been built in the dark, I don't fear the night's call. Eyes low, watch the road with a dead calm. Pain grow, but I treat it like a set norm. Wind blow, but I move with a slow arm. World cold, but it never made my slow harm.
Let the cold wind speak, let the night grow bleak. If the world feel weak, I stand firm, I don't leave.
Slows, not be watching how I do. Every echo from behind sound like someone in pursuit. Heavy thoughts in my hood, they're the only ones I trust. If the darkness want me closer, I don't run, I let it pull. Slow steps, not be watch you move. Every echo from behind sound like someone in pursuit. wrong word and you burst in flame. Black mist, rise on my mind unleash. You spit threats but they sound like a weak screech. True hit hard when I preach my peace. Your whole mass crack and the fear release. Low breath, chill rooms like a frostbite wave. Your pride sink deep, nothing left to say. Calm tone, kill hype that you always crave. I speak raw facts, make the whole crowd cave. Stone heart pressed down like a heavyweight. Your thin spine tremble when I dictate. Bluff fall flat, never hold in a real debate. I keep cold focus, never slip in a hate.
Boys drown out every fake complaint. Cold boys drown out every fake tough claim.
Cold voice drown out every fake tough claim. Sharp tongue hit fast when I carve your name. Fear spread quick when I enter the frame. One wrong word and you burst in flame.
Boys drown out, boys drown out, boys drown out, boys drown out.
Dark green show teeth when the tension peak. Your whole squad freeze, every stance look weak. Tone drop low, make your confidence leak. I spit one line, you collapse in a week. Pure rap, sleep deep, never out of tune. Your loud act fade like a weak monsoon. Cold truth, strike hard like a steel harpoon. I speak, you break, looking gone too soon. Great rage glow, fang through a cracked soul. Your fake rage die quick, never took a toll. I hold silence, let the dread take control. You hold nothing, never had a real role. Cold voice drown out every fake tough claim. Sharp tongue hit fast when I carve your name. Fear spread quick when I enter the frame. One wrong word and you burst in flame.
Boys drown out, boys drown out, break. Boys drown out, boys drown out, break. Boys drown out, boys drown out, day. Boys drown out, boys drown out, day. Static in my bloodstream, wires in my head. Echo of a lifetime I already shed. Circles in my mind spin, black, half dead. I don't fear darkness, I feel what I bred. Pulse skip twice when the code unfold. Thoughts turn glitch when the nights get cold. True feel happy but the lies get sold. Every new path just loops back old. Ghosts in the machine whisper through my skin. Doors in my brain open from within. Cycle after cycle, never know where it begins. Heartbeat loud like a ritual of sin. Light been strange in the corner of my sight. Shadows form shapes when I kill the light. Living in a loop where the wrong feels right. Mind locked tight like a sealed by fight. Static in my bloodstream, wires in my head. Echo of a lifetime I already shed. Circles in my mind spin, black, half dead. I don't fear darkness, I feel what I bred. Core run dry when the thoughts overheat. Noise in my chest like a broken heartbeat. Faith turn hollow when the doubts compete. Nothing left to follow, what truth obsolete. Twitch in my nerves like a glitch in design. World feel fake, just a fragile outline. Step into the void where the stars realign. Find my own voice in the stead of divine. Dark hole hum deep like a ritual chant. Strength in the pain that the weak recant. What I became, even fear can't grant. I exist outside everything they implant. Static in my bloodstream, wires in my head. Echo of a lifetime I already shed. Circles in my mind spin, black, half dead. I don't fear darkness, I feel what I bred.
Observation. City got a hum that you hear when you stand still. Life got a way that you feel when your hands chill. Pain never leave, it just settle in and stand still. So I walk slow, let him fade, do what fate will. Eyes half open, but I see through the whole scene. Everything feel distant like a bad dream. Thoughts too heavy for a light thing. Cold heart beating to a dark scheme.
Hood up.
up, I move quiet through the street. Shadows crawl behind my back like they've been tracking every beat. Heavy thoughts inside my coat, I let them drag me underneath. If the darkness want my time, I give it all, I let it eat.
Step slow, every echo feel like ghost talk. Mind wrong, every time feel like a cold walk. Paint show, every scar got a vulture. Night glow, but the street still a stone vault.
I don't trust stars when they watch long. World full of fakes tryna act strong. Heart stay numb like a dead gone. Life hit hard but I stay on. Voices in my head say move low. Wind in my face say don't show. Hit a word I push, I don't go. Stand like a wall in a deep snow.
Hear the night breathe slow. Feel the cold take hold. Hear the dark get bold. I don't fold.
Cold night, hood up, I move quiet through the street. Shadows crawl behind my back like they've been tracking every beat. Heavy thoughts inside my coat, I let them drag me underneath. If the darkness want my time, I give it all, I let it eat.
Numbers rise when the beat get grim. Sharp cut when the lights turn dim. You flex loud but your will too slim. One cold phrase and your whole crew swim.
Deep tone carry weight like a steel chain. Your soft mind crack fast under real strain. Fear drips slow when I speak with the chill frame. Truth hit hard, every lie in real pain. Gray smoke twist tight in my coat chest. Small talk fade, I don't deal with the rest. You want heat, I can turn up the stress. Your whole plan crumble when my words press. Calm rage burn low like a black coal. Fake pride flow quick when you lose control. Every threat you throw got a weak soul. I grip, I will never let the fear roll.
Black thoughts rise when the beat get grim. Sharp cut when the lights turn dim. You flex loud but your will too slim. One cold phrase and your whole crew swim.
Yeah. Low grain high things you can't decode. Your tough act thin, it's a crack facade. Pressure hit deep when your secrets unload. I speak plain truth, make your whole script implode. Black tone send chills through a packed room. Your loud threats fade out like faint fumes. I stand calm while your ego consumes. One harsh line and your fate resumes. Hate post slow like a wire in the wall. Your bluff we can't hold when you fall. Mind stay sharp, never caught in a stall. Fear hit you, but I feel nothing at all.
Black thoughts rise when the beat get grim. Sharp cut when the lights turn dim. You flex loud but your will too slim. One cold phrase and your whole crew swim.
Black static gloom in the corners of thought. Every wrong memory returns on butt. True bed sharp when the mind overwrought. I chase myself through the lines I cut. Acid gloom in the corners of thought. Every wrong memory returns on butt. Truth up and sharp when the mind overwrought. I chase myself through the lines I cut. No code crawl through a fractured mind. Signals distort what I try to define. Pulse break rhythm when the fears align. I lose myself in the design of mine. Glitch born echo tear holes in my chest. Every new doubt grow harder to digest. Meaning collapse when the circuits test. Quiet in my head feel darker than the rest. Thin light flicker in a narrow frame. Patterns mutate when they sense my name. Nothing stay real in a shifting game. I walk the void with the mind of flame. Black static bloom in the corners of thought. Every wrong memory returns on butt. True band sharp when the mind override. I chain myself with the lines I cut.
Dust of old selves drift in my core. Shadows rewrite what they can't restore. Each small fear carve a hidden door. Behind it, a truth I can't ignore. Baseball static in an inward storm. Identity shifted into warp reform. One breakdown when illusions swarm. I'm left unstable in a formless form. Echoes inside chance encoded rhyme. Fragments collapse out of sync with time. Everything faded, it's on decline. But the darker it gets, the more I align. Yeah, black static. Every wrong memory returns unbought. True been shot. I cheat myself through the lines of gray. Black static bloom in the corners of thought. Every wrong memory returns unbought. True been shot in the mind of a god. I cheat myself through the
Frozen breath on my lips when I'm walking through the zone. Empty skyline looking down like it want me on my own. Every echo in the alley feel like somebody unknown. If the dog won't test my spirit, it could carve it from the bone. Long stride, dead eyes, mind drift in the deep pace. Street signs swing slow when the cold plays. Thoughts run circles through the night in the bleak maze. I've been living in the shadows for some weeks straight. Rain taps slow like a clock in the dead room. Fog rise high like a ghost trying to head through. Life talk loud but the truth always said mute. So I move quiet, let the silence be my best route. Cold concrete, know my steps like a lost friend. Pain in my rib cage, humming from the long bend. Night paint worlds where the strong been. I don't fall back, I don't cave, I don't pretend.
Breath on my lips when I'm walking through the zone. Empty skyline looking down like it want me on my own. Every echo in the alley feel like somebody unknown. If the dark won't test my spirit, it can carve it from the bone.
Gray hoodie pulled tight when the wind slept. Mind heavy from the memories that been misshed. Every scar in my story wrote a thin map, leading me through nights that the world scrapped. Eyes sharp, see movement when the shade shift. Fear spark, but it fade when the pain lift. Hands dark from the life that I can't sift. Soul marked, but it stand like a cold clip.
If the world push hard, I don't stumble. If the fears speak loud, I stay humble. If the past come back, I don't crumble. I've been built in the dark where the storms rumble.
Hear the night,
Breathe in,
feel the frost
sinking.
if the dark,
Breaking,
I stay firm.
no spin. Frozen breath on my lips when I'm walking through the zone. Empty skyline looking down like it want me on my own. Every echo in the alley feel like somebody unknown. If the dark won't test my spirit, it can carve it from the bone.
down quick when the code runs thin. Mind glitch out, but I don't give in. Break my form just to shed my skin. If I fall once, I restart again. I restart again. Cold blow hits when the gears misalign. Rust in my lungs like a factory sign. Thoughts turn red when I cross that line. Every dark impulse now redesign. Metal scrape loud in a hollow room. I bloom in the dark like a wide out bloom. Burn my sanity out with a quiet boom. I feed off chaos like I'm built for doom. No comrade when the cycle reset. I don't want peace, I ain't learned that yet. Fear don't hit when the nerves upset. I cut my limits like a dead chip set. Shut down quick when the code runs thin. Mind glitch out, but I don't give in. Break my form just to shed my skin. If I fall once, I restart again. I restart again. I restart. Aesthetic in my spine, make my hands twitch fast. Never been safe, never built to last. You run from the truth, but I face it cast. Turn my whole past into broken glass. Circuit in my skull, start to leak raw noise. I don't feel joy, I destroy false boys. Pull apart masks that the world employs. I was born in the void with the glitch bomb boys. Pressure in my bones when the dark compress. I tear through fear like a system stress. You try keep up, but you can't process. I break each thought till there's nothing to address. Shut down quick when the code runs thin. Mind glitch out, but I don't give in.